YouTube, there is no firearms in this video.
Welcome back to the Low Care Gunner YouTube channel. In this episode, we will be testing the Umarex Glock 17. This is a .177 steel BB CO2 pistol, and they claim 370 FPS. I believe this is only the half-blowback model, but the blowback is still pretty strong on it. This has been sent to us by Airgun Source Canada for a review, and this is what we are doing today. Basically, I want to test the velocity with the Caldwell chronograph, and we are going to be using the basic Umarex BBs. I also want to test the trigger. While we do that, I did discover something because I'm filming the intro after the video, and yeah. So we are going to be testing the trigger and velocity in this video, and also discovering a little fact that is pretty curious about the trigger and the feeding system. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Hopefully you watch this video, okay? Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get outside and see the footage. Alright, so we started this test with a brand new Umarex CO2 cartridge. I did use RWS silicone chamber oil on top of it to make sure that it did work properly. I did dry fire it one time to make sure that everything was working good beforehand. Like I said in the intro, I'm using Umarex BBs, which I believe are 5.1 grains, which is about average for BBs. By the way, I'm not sure if my way of pulling the trigger did not affect the first few numbers or a few numbers after that, but I know that the sun did affect the way that my chronograph worked. Alright, so it started at 318 FPS after only one dry fire, so maybe do at least 2 or 3 dry fire. It got up to 390 after 3 shots, and the 4th shot was 387. After that, the sun started to troll me with the clouds and stuff, so hopefully the rest of this test will go well, because I already wasted 3 shots under the chronograph thanks to the Caldwell, which is pretty light finicky. So yeah. While I'm waiting for the clouds to go away, please leave a thumbs up and stuff, because, you know, I'm taking time to do that and I'm waiting for a cloud for you. So the sun is back. I did restart the chronograph just to make sure that it was calibrated for the lighting, and hopefully it works. So try to line up with the 2 sensors. 348. 415, 463, 397, 503, 377, error. There is no clouds. Is that my fault? Aim at the sensor. Aim at the sensor. Shoot. Error. Let's restart that again, I guess. Aim at the sensor. 371. 368. And the slide did lock back, so we empty. It seems to be getting a lot more consistent now. Hopefully that will stay for a while. Silly mosquitoes. By the way, this speed loader is not included, but will make things a lot easier. I don't see any clouds coming, so hopefully we can get some readings. .383. 398. Error. Honestly, this Caldwell is annoying me most of the time, so I don't really use it. It is practical to get away from CO2 guns, but it is not practical in general. Error. .368. 366. Error.
Erreur. Elle sait-tu, man. There is another cloud coming, so we'll see what we can do. I don't know if we will get some more readings or not, but hopefully we will. 366. 360. 383. 387. 353. 372. 354, error 2, and empty, error 2. So they claim around 370 FPS with a red dot or not on top of the slide. We got a bit over that. We did get 500 FPS at the beginning, but the second magazine was a lot more consistent, aka we got around 380 FPS for a while. So if you do shoot for accuracy, the second magazine does seem to be the most consistent. It might start to drop now. Hopefully we'll get some more readings. The cloud is almost gone, so I need to hurry. All right, so we got another big cloud coming. Let's try to do that fast. $377. 373, 370, error 2, still got an error, 372, error, 380, error 2, 362, 343, 342. Not sure it got this one, or it will say duplicate. So we got one that did not read at least, error 2. Well, apparently I did not beat the cloud. I still got 2 BBs left and no more lighting. While I'm waiting for this cloud to finish, might as well subscribe if you're not already. Thank you. I did reset the chronograph again just to make sure that it did calibrate for this lighting. I think that one of the BBs fell, or was that another one? That was weird, and weird stuff always happens at the end of my videos for some reasons. So watch until the end, I guess. 388, so we still have a fair bit of CO2 in there apparently. I will load another magazine, but I want to keep a little bit of CO2 to try the trigger, which is pretty decent to be honest for a BB gun. Let's try to take a few more under the chronograph just to see. $392. Was that still 392? No, it's not a duplicate, so no reading. Error. 367, my bad. So we are now at around 55 shots recorded on the chronograph. I know that some of them did not record, so more than 55 shots. I will take a few shots to show you the trigger before I get back at it and see when it starts to really drop. But yeah, I want to show the trigger basically and not waste a full CO2 cartridge to do that. So basically you do have a fair bit of travel, but you get to a wall and then it fires, so it is really not too bad. Let's try to get a good reading on it, but it is pretty hard to do with me holding it like that. What is happening? Actually, I think that if you press on the trigger slowly, it will start to feed BBs. So you do have to pull it fairly frankly for it to work, or you will cause misfeeding. So that might have happened during the video, and we're learning together, so I hope you learned something. I am learning something, even though my other BB guns are also doing that. But just so you know, once you do reach the wall, press it very fast or press it fast to begin with, or it will cause some issues. I will try to do it pretty fast, but yeah, I'm not sure how that will go for the reading. That did record at 7 pounds, but I really doubt it is 7 pounds, to be honest. This one recorded at 8 pounds, but it is kind of hard to do. But it does seem to be around 7 pounds according to the gauge, but it really does not feel like it. And I just threw my gauge on the ground, which was fairly stupid. So it is really not feeling like 7 pounds. So I have no clue of how many BBs I threw on the ground by mistake, but we still got like 4 left in there. I will try to get them under the chronograph and see if we did drop in velocity. I'm not sure if I will shoot more, but you will see that if I do, so I need to stop talking. 335, 331, 324, error, and we out. Alright, so I'm not sure if I will be editing this video yet, but yeah, it seems like we did go over the claim a little bit for the FPS. It was not that consistent, especially on the first mag, but it did seem to be pretty decent from the second to the third and maybe even the fourth, but it did start to drop at the end. Actually, I might not make another outro. This already sounds like anything you need to hear. I will put numbers in the screen, maybe, who knows, there. But yeah, I'm trying to make a new style of video, take less time to do it, but yet I'm talking too much for that. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that the trigger is pretty decent on this pistol. The travel is pretty long, I will not lie about that, but once you do reach the trigger point, it is not too bad. One thing that we did discover today is that since this thingy is kind of pressing on that and feeding the BB, while you do press on the trigger, if you do it too slowly, the BB will roll down the barrel if you are pointed down. So try to pull it fairly fast or that will not work the best. I'm not sure if this did affect the numbers that we got velocity wise, but we got a good overall view of it, I think. Anyways, I'm not remaking this video. A huge thank you to Airgun Source Canada for this review opportunity. A huge thank you to you for watching until the end, and I will see you in the next one. See y'all. That's what I used to say. Is that a new thing too? I don't know.